In 1771, long before the word poltergeist was widely known in Britain, a quiet home in Stockwell, London, became the centre of a disturbance that shocked an entire neighbourhood. Objects flew, furniture overturned, and witnesses struggled to explain what they were seeing in a world not yet prepared for such events. This was the Stockwell ghost, one of London's earliest recorded poltergeist cases. The disturbances began in the home of a Mrs. Golding, a respected elderly woman who lived a quiet, ordinary life. According to accounts from the period, objects began to move without contact, china plates smashing, tea kettles overturning, and household items sliding across rooms as if guided by invisible hands. Neighbours rushed in to help, but the moment they entered the house, they too saw chaos unfold. Nothing stayed still. Over the next hours, the events grew more dramatic. Heavy furniture lifted from the floor, lids flew off pots, glass shattered across the kitchen. Witnesses reported no trickery, no hidden wires, and no physical cause. In an era fascinated with superstition, but rooted in strict social order, the Stockwell disturbances spread rapidly by word of mouth. People came from streets away just to watch the impossible. Terrified, Mrs. Golding fled to another house for safety, but the activity followed her. The disturbances continued whenever a particular servant girl named Anne Robinson was present, and when Robinson was absent, the house fell silent. This detail ignited early accusations of fraud, fear, and public scrutiny, but accounts remain divided. When unexplained events collide with human fear and suspicion, where does truth begin? Some historians conclude that Robinson may have caused the events deliberately, a product of stress, mischief, or the attention dynamics of the era. Others argue the scope and scale of the disturbances would have been impossible for a young girl to orchestrate under so many watching eyes. After all, dozens of neighbours witnessed activity that seemed instantaneous, forceful, and unpredictable. When the events finally ceased, no formal investigation existed to settle the matter. The newspapers of the time published sensational accounts, mixing observation with superstition, and leaving behind one of London's earliest documented poltergeist narratives. The Stockwell ghost became a cautionary tale not only about the unexplained, but about how quickly society searches for someone to blame. Later historical records complicate the story. In 1825, writer William Hone documented a confession by Anne Robinson, who admitted to faking the disturbances using wires, horsehair, and thrown objects. Despite this, Victorian writers later presented the case as genuine, helping the legend endure. Looking back, the Stockwell disturbances sit on a razor's edge between mystery and human drama. Whether a psychological storm, a misunderstood outburst of physical energy, or a careful staged deception, the case reminds us of something enduring. Long before modern ghost stories, before cameras, before paranormal research, ordinary people stood in their kitchens and watched objects move without knowing why. Some mysteries age, this one simply echoes.